You know, I was very surprised when most people voted for the Karate Kid, which I know I can understand because it's a bad movie. But I thought people were gonna vote for like Inception or The Hunger Games more than this movie. I was like, wow, everyone wanted to do the Karate Kid remake review. Okay, I guess I'll do that. Then you go watch the movie again. So this movie's like at least 2 hours and 20 fucking minutes, which is pretty long for a Karate Kid movie. I don't know how long the original one was from 1984. Let me go see it real quick. How long is the original one from? Because I fucking forgot how long the original was. It was a way better movie than this, I'll tell you that. Before, when I was growing up, I was not really a big fan of the original version because I was younger, I didn't understand it. This movie's like at least 2 hours and 6 minutes. Okay, it's like even lesser than the other. That's better, to be fair. 2 hours and 6 minutes, okay. Then fucking 2 hours and 20 minutes. What the fuck? Who wants to sit there and watch that long shit? Why do we make movies so long these days? I don't understand that. You know, the Karate Kid remake came out in 2010, which is like a decade ago. And then look at that, the Karate Kid original movie is on Tubi, if you don't want to watch that. It's on Tubi. That's cool. Yeah, like I said, like this remake is just... Jaden Smith cannot act. That's one of the issues of the movie. Jaden Smith cannot act. Like, his acting is... I'd be like, what the hell is this kid even doing? Like, does he know he's even there? I'd be like, what the hell's going on with this kid? He is the son of Will Smith, which he's a way better actor than his son, I'll tell you that. You know, he was in, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, his dad, Men in Black, Hancock, I Am Legend, a whole bunch of movies. Like, I don't get it. Like, mostly when a father actor has a son or a daughter who wants to be an actor, they either turn to be a really bad actor or they either turn to be a really good actor. And most of them become those bad eggs and they don't turn out being really good. Like Jaden Smith or Kevin Smith's daughter. What her fucking name was. I think it was Harley Quinn Smith, and they have her a DC character. Hey, Harley Quinn Smith seems like maybe she's a chill person in real life, maybe, I don't know. But her acting's not really that good. Just like another one like Zendaya, she can't really act either. But she has no father or mother who was in acting. She just got in acting herself. But Jaden Smith is, a bad actor. I want to say he's like the worst actor kid I've ever seen. But I would say he's a bad actor. I'll say that. But let me give my positive thoughts on the film first before I say my negative thoughts. So my positive thoughts is Jackie Chan played Mr. Han. He's a really good character they created. Because his character is like very interesting to learn about, to be fair. Very interesting character to watch. Because his character goes through like a lot of shit in his past and all that. What he's been through and shit. Like, especially how he heals, Jaden Smith with a fire healing ability and shit. I mean, that was pretty cool he did that shit, And the other thing I like about this movie is the setting. Even though it's kind of stupid because why would they call this movie The Karate Kid even though it's in China and they learn Kung Fu? Should they call the movie the Kung Fu Kid instead of The Karate Kid? This doesn't make any sense. Should the movie be in like Japan? Because karate came from Japan. That was the origin of the move came from Japan. So shouldn't the character Jaden Smith move to Japan instead of China? Like, I don't understand. Like, they can still make Jackie Chan play a Japanese character, to be fair. It still could work if you think about it. But this doesn't make any sense. Why call this Karate Kid, even though Jackie Chan is teaching him Kung Fu, which is it's a Chinese tradition move? That does not make any sense to me. But that's it. That's all my positive thoughts. My positive thoughts is the setting of the movie is Mr. Han, played by Jackie Chan. That's it. The rest of this movie is it's trash. This whole movie is like really bland, really boring. Like, here, let me pull up my thing. This is the things I remember watching the movie. This is all the shit I saw in the movie. So here's one of the things. So Jada Smith's mother is played by Taraji P. Henson. You remember from that shitty show Empire and the movie Baby Boy. She I mean, she is kind of annoying, but at times she is pretty attractive in this movie. But here's one of the reasons why I don't like this character. So she says this: Mother never gave a reason why she and her son went from Detroit to China. She never gave a reason why they moved to China. Like, she get no reason whatsoever. She just said that Detroit is a bad place and China is a better place to live at. That's basically what she was trying to say. I'm like, no fucking not. China's a communist country. Like, what are you talking about, lady? What kind of 12-year-old kid wants to live in China in the first place? Like, that's like one of the worst places to ever live at. Because they're so strict and so fucking controlling over there. They only do shit over there. No video games, no this, no that. You can't do this shit. Like, they're really like really strict over there. Like, no one want to live in a communist country. Nobody. Nobody want to live in a communist country. It's like North Korea. No one want to live in North Korea. That's even worse place to live at. That place even worse than China. Like, nobody want to live in a communist country. This movie makes no sense. Who the hell want to move to China? Out of all places in the United States, you decide to go move to a totally different country out of the United States to go live over there. Like, what the fuck? This makes zero sense. Who the fuck wants to live over there? So many places you want to live. Florida, Texas, South Carolina. So many better places you want to live at. You go to fucking China? Even Japan is a better place to live at than China. Like, the study makes no sense. They should just move to Japan to learn karate, because that's where karate came from Japan. I don't know what's with this director or writer. I don't know what the hell he was smoking or some kind of acid he was dropping when he did this movie, but he doesn't understand what karate means. Like, this guy is that fucking dumb. Let's see who's the director of this movie. Harold Zwart? Like, what the? Okay, it's a white dude. He probably doesn't know nothing about karate or anything about martial arts. It's a Dutch Norwegian film director. What other movies does this guy fucking do? Like, does he understand what kung fu even is and what's karate? He doesn't know the difference between karate and kung fu. Okay, he was the director of Agent Cody Banks. Okay, a lot of people hate that movie, but I thought it was alright. He also the director of the Pink Panther 2, which I thought was a pretty funny movie. Okay, so he did mostly comedy films. To be honest with you, this guy did mostly comedy films. Somehow, he gets to do with the Karate Kid. You know, it's nothing about karate. It's about kung fu. It should be called the Kung Fu Kid. Like, this guy doesn't understand martial arts. He doesn't know nothing about it. He knows nothing about karate or does nothing about kung fu. He just did it just to do it. He also did a movie called The Mortal Instruments, City of Bones. I heard that movie sucked ass. It was like really boring. Also directed the movie The 12th Man, like some war movie or something. Okay, so the main movies I know about is Agent Cody Banks and Pink Panther 2. And those are better movies than this movie. Alright, more things about this movie I have on this list here to talk about. I hated the bully more than the original. The original bully was enjoyable. I actually enjoyed the original bully. And that's a good thing, because that you hate the character so much, that means the good actor did a really good job. Because I despise this fucking bully character. Like, I fucking hated this kid. Like, Jada Smith should have bought a fucking taser in this movie. It just tases this kid's balls. Because in China, they don't mind giving a fucking taser to a minor. They'll just give it to him right away. Here you go. Here you go, little boy. Here's your taser. You know, America, they're not gonna get no little kid no fucking taser. But China, they're not gonna get a kid a taser. No doubt. If fucking Jason had his taser and tased kids' balls, he would leave him alone. He wouldn't bother no more. But I really hated that fucking kid. It's like, the kid like beat the shit out of Jason like 3 times in this movie. Like, he beat the shit out of him. It was pretty brutal. Like, how did Jason get no fucking broken bones or a fucking concussion or something? Like, Jesus Christ, he got ass beaten. The fights in the movie is like very unrealistic. Another thing, kid never tells mother about his ass beatings. He just kept it to himself through the whole movie. She knows nothing about it. She knows absolutely nothing about it through the whole movie. Like, how the fuck she got to know her son got her ass beat? And she just fell for the whole he ran into a pole thing. He ran into a pole. His son got his ass beat. What are you talking about? Like, she's like one of the worst mothers I've ever seen in this movie. Another thing, that's close, that's connected to that. Mother never knew or even wondered where the hell he ran off to, after talking to maintenance man Mr. Han about the shower. So, I understand, she's mostly a mother who cares about her son, who loves and cares about her son, and she doesn't even know where the fuck he went, or this or that. She didn't even ask. He came home, she was like sleeping on the couch. She wasn't even wondering about him or anything. She wasn't even worried. She doesn't want to be wondering where the hell he's at. Well, that's like later on in the movie, and then she started texting him and shit. Where are you at? What the fuck is going on in this movie? Like, that's not how you be a mother. That's bad parenting. She don't even know where her son's even at. She don't even ask. She wasn't even worried. Yeah, great parenting. Great fucking parenting, mother. Jesus Christ. She's like one of the worst parents I've ever seen. Like, she never even wonders where he ran off to. He's been gone for like 20 minutes, and she never even wondered where the hell he went. Or even an hour. She didn't know where the hell he went. She didn't go look for him or anything. She just at home, sleeping on the couch. Great fucking parenting. Okay, so next scene with Mr. Han. So this is how Mr. Han teaches Jaden Smith how to learn martial arts. So, but besides, you know, Mr. Miyagi teaching Daniel how to wash the car and paint the fucking fence, this time it's all about picking up your fucking jacket, which happens to be in the beginning of the movie, which I should have realized it because it was a lesson that was going to happen for Jaden later on in the movie. It was foreshadowing something, basically. So that was a lesson. He's telling fucking Jaden Smith to pick up his jacket, hang it back up, put it back on the ground, pick it back up, hang it up, put it back on, put it down on the ground, wipe his ass, blow his nose. Jesus fucking Christ, that's really fucking boring. I remember watching Daniel's son fucking clean the Japanese old man's car and paint his fucking fence and watch that shit. Like, what the fuck kind of lesson is that? Like, I remember wash the car and fucking paint a fence. That's more training. Yeah, it's actually exercising the arms. All he does is fucking pick up his jacket, hang it up, and put it back on. Like, what the fuck is that shit? Like what the fuck? All because before Mr. Han saw fucking Jaden Smith is a slob and he like throw his jacket everywhere and say, hang it up like a normal kid would do. He's just fucking dumb kid who doesn't want to hang up anything. Hang up his fucking clothes. Because no one wants to be a slob when they're older. No one wants to be like that. That's why his mom was telling him to pick up the goddamn jacket and hang it up, you little cocksucker. So, that's the lesson. Picking up your fucking jacket. Wow, that's a really good lesson right there. Alright, I already talked about this already. Why is the film called Karate Kid even though this is about Kung Fu? This should be called the Kung Fu Kid. Right? Should it be called the Kung Fu Kid? You know he's teaching Kung Fu instead of karate? Fucking smart director, right? What a smart ass director. Like, it would have made sense if he went from Detroit to Japan more than Detroit to China. It would have made more sense, right? Then it'd be called the Karate Kid remake. But he didn't do that because I guess the guy don't know nothing about karate, he doesn't know about Japan or anything like that, so he decided to just send the kid to fucking China. Which makes no sense why the mother and the child decided to go to China instead of find somewhere else to live in America. Well, she had no reason. She was like, well, so we had nowhere else to go. It's better to go to Detroit. She had no reason why they moved to China. Like, I didn't understand that. She had no reason why. She had no explanation why they moved to China. She said because she has a better job there. No, she said nothing like that. Not that I remember. She said nothing like that. They just moved right to China. Does this director understand that these characters need to have a reason why they moved to a different country? Like, this is a director that understand how to write a fucking movie. Like, this guy is fucking stupid. Like, this guy don't know how to write a goddamn movie. Like, this kid has carried like no explanation why they moved. But whatever. Alright, let's continue. Now, we already talked about this already. Mr. Han uses a fire healing technique, which that's pretty cool. Alright, all the way through the film, it was chill music. All of a sudden, they started playing at the tournament. They started playing AC/DC or some other song. Like, what the fuck? Isn't this in China? Why are they playing AC/DC music? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, I was like out of nowhere. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? The fight scenes are weak and unrealistic. I talked about that already. Like, Jason gets beat up so bad by the bully. It's like, how is he still moving? Like, how is he still moving? Like, what the fuck? He got that really bad beating. See, like, he's still getting up and he's like fine. It's like, what the fuck? All those ass kicking by those kids, he still gets up. Like, that's very unrealistic. Like, he should have like had like a concussion or something, some broken bones. Alright, see, random fight between Jackie Chan and the evil Kung Fu Sensei at the tournament. Yeah, that shit was stupid too. I'm like, well, why are they fighting? Like, what the fuck? That shit's so random. I thought, am I seeing things or something? That shit like is so fucking random. Another thing that I did not understand about this movie is that whatever happened to that random white blonde kid? He just vanished out of the movie. He, like, in the first act of the movie, he was talking to this random white blonde kid, like talking about China, how things work around there, and this and that. All of a sudden, like the other half of the movie, he's gone. He's not even there in the movie anymore. I'm like, okay, like what happened to the blonde white kid? Did he just quit or something like that? He quit during the half of the movie? Like, what the hell happened to the kid? Why was the blonde white kid? He was just trying to be friends with Jada Smith. All of a sudden, he disappears. Like, okay, let's just get rid of that character. Who fucking needs that kid anymore? Like, that made no sense. Like, where the fuck where'd that kid go? You know what I'm talking about, the blonde fucking white kid. He was in the movie, like, in the first act of the film, and also he, like, disappeared through the whole film. Okay, that was fucking pointless. Like, what was the point of that? Should Jason have, like, a Chinese friend or something like that? I mean, the girl, I think the girl's his girlfriend or something. But, like, he should have, like, another Chinese friend instead of a white kid. Like, that's so random. Like a random blonde white kid in China. Okay, I mean, I don't know. It's like a lot of like white people in China, but not that many. Because who the hell, like I said, who the hell want to move to China? Like I said, like, who the fuck want to move there? Oh, okay. So Jackie Chan was the one who came with the jacket routine at the meaning of teaching Dre kung fu moves. So he was his idea. Like I said, Jackie Chan's a great actor. He's a great martial artist, but I thought it was a really stupid idea. If I could pick up your jacket. Producer Will Smith said Jackie Chan was held in such high regard in China that he was able to use his status to help with many aspects of the production, such as getting permission to shoot certain locations for filming. Let's see, what else? Jaden Smith spent 3 months in training for this movie. Okay. Ralph Macchio from, who played fucking Daniel's son, the star of the original Karate Kid film, declined the offer of a cameo in this film. Who wouldn't? This shit sucks. Despite the title, there's no karate in the film. Instead, it features kung fu, a martial art more relevant to the movie's location of China, which is stupid again. Also, this director knows nothing about kung fu or martial arts or anything about karate. Sony did consider changing the title to The Kung Fu Kid, but this idea was nixed by the producer Jerry Weintraub. Why was it nixed? Or what the hell that means? I guess canned, you could say. Well, that tells you even the producer's retarded. See, for a change, Sony is smart. They actually want to do something that makes sense. What a bunch of fucking idiots. Like, Mr. Hawk can be seen to do a famous wax on and wax off scene from the Karate Kid movie just after Trey begins his training. I don't care. I don't fucking care. This movie is just stupid. Yeah, I forgot that the Chinese girl that Jada Smith's character has a crush on. She's not really that important. She's just a violinist player, and her family doesn't like black people. They want to be friends with a black kid or something. Somehow he gets her back after speaking in Chinese to him, apologizing for no reason. He didn't do a goddamn thing, but he said his shit and he got her back that quick. Chinese people are very strict and whatnot. That's how it is over there. There's like very strict people over there. And what else? What shit? Yeah. I don't remember anything. I heard anything about Crosby Henson's character, talk about anything about her jobs or whatnot, like what she do for a living or whatnot. Her character, she didn't say anything what she does for a living in the movie. I don't think I remember one thing that said about her what she does for a living in China. Like, what is her character's job? Like, what does she do? Like, that's the thing they forgot all about. Like, this director's stupid. He just thinks about the Benjamins in his head. It's like those other directors, like the Dragon Ball Evolution. He made it himself. He was talking about money in his head instead of writing a good movie. The film is titled The Kung Fu Wonder in China rather than The Karate Kid. As Stray learns Kung Fu, not karate. Even China is smart. Look at that. The Kung Fu Wonder. That sounds like a better title, right? You know, that sounds like the Boy Wonder from Batman. Besides all that, these kids are not really good actors, these kids. Like, these kids can't really act that good. It's just... I feel they should got like older kids, like 15 to 16 year olds to do this movie instead of like 12 to 13. Like 12 to 13 is too young. I feel they just got 15 to 16 year olds. Jason is too young for this movie, just like the Chinese girl and the other kids. They're just too, I think they're too young. They should be like mid-teens at least. I gotta say they're trying to make this movie like more realistic than the original Karate Kid. You know, that's when movies are actually about karate instead of kung fu. But whatever. Jason rides his skateboard in a goofy stance, typical on left-handed skateboarders, but when he's drawing a picture of a lady in a snake, he's riding with his right hand. Okay, what's the big deal? He's riding with both hands, who cares? Director is true to his city's football team, he ties up with the soccer team, who cares? Several scenes were cut and trimmed for the mainland Chinese release, including the culturally of scenes with bullies and removal of the kissing scenes. So they took scenes out with the bullies and the removal of the kissing scenes. Why? What's wrong? I don't get it. Isn't that the big part of it, of the Jay getting bullied? What's the big deal with that part? Why would they cut that out? For the Great Wall sequence scenes, all the camera equipment has been hand carried as helicopters were not allowed. The helicopter shots were finally achieved before sunset. The wait was due to military exercises in the area. Oh my god, like... How can you shoot a movie in China and they can't do a goddamn thing there? They can't do this, or can't do that. It's like, what the fuck? Well, like, what's the point of doing that there? You should have just did that in fucking, like, set in Japan. That would make more sense. That's where karate came from, Japan. Like, how retarded is this director? Like, does he understand what karate and kung fu is? That guy's dumb. Yeah, that's called the movie Karate Kid. You know, the movie's none about karate in the first place. Even though fucking, Taraji Henson's character mentioned karate to Jaden Smith. Well, that's about all the reference you're gonna get. That makes no fucking sense. Like, this whole fucking movie makes no sense. And why do you have Aaron Taylor Johnson in the cast of The Karate Kid in 2010 on Google? Like, what the fuck? Aaron Taylor Johnson was in Karate Kid. He was in Kick-Ass at that time, wasn't he? In 2010, he was in Kick-Ass movie. He wasn't no Karate Kid. Oh my god, Google is like really stupid. I never see one time I see say fucking Aaron Taylor Johnson in a Karate Kid remake. Well, he's in another remake of Karate Kid, which I hope they don't do that because this one sucked ass. And fucking Jason Mom's a dumbass. Like his mom was like a real dumbass. Like, what the fuck is she even doing? Well, I try to look for the reason why the blonde white kid's on the Karate Kid remake. No, I'm talking about like why they got rid of him after like the first half of the movie. Like he disappeared. Like where the fuck did happen to that kid? He's like vanished. All right, so other scenes with freaking Mr. Han. He got wasted and he started bashing his car with a sledgehammer because of his past. What happened to his wife and kids? They had like a car accident or something. And he was like wasted. Just like when Pat Morita's Mr. Miyagi, he was wasted because he lost his wife and wife died. He was a younger. What's that? For some reason, Mr. Han's sounds like a way more interesting story than Mr. Miyagi. Like Mr. Miyagi's a great character. It's like Mr. Han has like a more serious tone to his how he lost his family. What? Yeah, Jaden Smith was too young for this role, especially the other kids. They're like way too young for this role. That's why I thought they were like way too young. They sure got like older kids. Like I said, like ages 15 to 17. It should have been like these kids are like too young to be a Karate Kid. I don't know how old that Ralph kid that played Daniel. I don't know how old he was. He did the first Karate Kid movie, but I couldn't look it up. I couldn't see. It's 1984. Okay, so 1984. Let's see real quick. 1984. Okay, we click on the actor. So he was at least. So he was like 23 when he played the first Karate Kid movie. Are you kidding me? 23 is pretty old. Jesus Christ, 23. I mean, that makes sense. Well, they did it all the time in movies. They would get some 20-year-old to play a teenager. But yeah, that's how they do it. This time in the remake, they try to be more realistic. But I think that's too young. To be fair, mid-teens for an actor should play the role. That's like way too young. 12 or 13. Yeah, like I said, this movie is just fucking balls. Like, even the tournament kind of sucks, to be fair. Like, the fights wasn't even interesting in the tournament at all. Like, it was like really boring. There's one scene, fucking him and Jason and Mr. Han decided to get on a train to go to the Great Wall or something like that, do some training, to walk up to the Great Wall, do a lot of exercise. I mean, those are interesting scenes. I actually like those scenes. And Jason drinks the water out of the yin yang and all that. Look his face in the water and blah blah blah. And watch the lady mock the fucking snake and shit on the fucking thing. Yeah, those scenes are fine. It's that you got like a better kid actor. Like I said, Jason can do better things that's not acting, but he probably do better than other things that's not acting, to be fair. You know. But I find it strange with the original Karate Kid. You know, Karate Kid Part 2, well, you know, with Daniel and that Japanese girl, I thought that they was like a better couple, better than the Karate Kid Part 3 was. Which is a movie that no one really gave a shit about, Part 3. Everyone said that movie sucked ass. For some reason, he gets married to that blonde chick from Part 3. I'm like, well, how is that chick better than the one he was with in Part 2? The Part 2 chick, Japanese chick, is like way better for Daniel than the other chick, to be fair. Like I didn't get that. I think he should have married the Japanese chick more than the other one. Because like I said, no one gave a shit about Karate Kid Part 3. No one gave a shit with that movie. Because it was so badly written. Like no one actually liked it. But like I said, the original any day over the remake. Like I said, the only thing I liked was Jackie Chan, Mr. Han, and the setting. You know, it should be called the Kung Fu Kid instead of the Karate Kid. This is not in Japan. This is in China. It's just a dumbass story, dude. He doesn't know anything about martial arts, nothing about this and that. He's some guy that's just think he knows everything. And Sony was smart that they was going to change it to the karate. They're going to change it to the Kung Fu Kid instead of the Karate Kid. But the producer's like, no, don't do that. That's a stupid idea.